Well, firstly, I want to thank Carey, she's over there, for giving me this award. There aren't many that I admire and I respect as much as I do you. And from the moment I saw you in that carriage in Pride and Prejudice, giggling away next to one of your fellow Bennett sisters, to seeing you totally and utterly shine while also expertly making a spaghetti bolognese live on stage in Skylight, to breaking my heart into 1,000 pieces in the most masterful performance I have seen you give to date in Maestro. Please give her a round of applause for that. You have had me in the palm of your hand, Carey. This is not an exaggeration to say that I was changed after seeing your performance in Maestro. I don't know where that came from, but it and you, the level of skill, emotional clarity and precision that you exercised in that film was nothing short of perfection. Your performance and that movie made me so proud to be an actor. I was so inspired to see a performer of my generation who clearly holds the craft in such high regard while also still making the work feel effortless, relatable, never affected, just true. I attempted to say all of this to Carey in a very embarrassing, very blubbery voice note after I had left the cinema that day when I saw Maestro, and so I'm glad that I get another shot at it today. I'm still waiting on the project to come along that means that we can actually work together, because I know by working with you, yes, I know by working with you, you will only make me a better actor. And there is still so much that I want to learn from you. You are a rare diamond, Mulligan. You are old school in the best possible way. I admire how you work, and more importantly, how you live your life. And the greatest honor for me today is being up on stage with you. So thank you so much. I also want to thank the incredible Nina Garcia. I don't know where she is. There she is, gorgeous. Thank you so much for having me here tonight. I'm so grateful to share tonight with some really incredible people, some of whom I've gotten the chance to spend some time with over the past few days, and I've genuinely loved every minute of it. Julianne, she's there. It's weird because I'm talking to you, but I'm not really. But to Julianne, to Zoe, to Tilda, Selena, Danielle, Carla, Demi, Cynthia, and Mikey, thank you so much for your brilliant work and for your brilliant brains. I wouldn't really class myself as a woman in Hollywood, per se. However, this is a place that I pass through every once in a while, and I have done from the age of about 13, only a few years before meeting Miss Mulligan for the first time. And it's usually to discuss the films that I've made elsewhere. So I've actually sat in this very hotel, and I have spoken, as all the women have, for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours in a dark room with no air, about an experience I'll have had on a job, am I right? A year or two before. I'll speak about an experience that has almost always been magical and life-altering and simply the most fun you could ever have anywhere. And the ones who make it so are usually the ones that journalists or the public don't know. I'll sit under the lights while they ask me for an anecdote. I'll take a sip of tea, and I'll provide them with a rapid, sort of concise answer for their piece, a beginning, a middle, and an end that could only ever exist in a 6-minute interview, but could never capture, at least for me, what it all really meant. But in my mind, I'm transported far away from here to a costume or hair and makeup truck on the Orkney Islands, for example, with my friends Grace Snell and Kat Morgan, our costume and hair and makeup designer on the Outrun, collaborating together into the wee hours to establish a hero look for Rona during a pre-shoot back in 2022, 5 months before the shoot officially begins, with no time, no money on our side, just blind faith, ability, and the love of the work. Or I'm in Shropshire, or I'm in the Sahara Desert, or I'm in Concord, Massachusetts, or I'm in Lyme Regis in Dorset with the almighty, always brilliant Jacqueline Duran and Ivana Primoratz helping me learn about the art of storytelling, transformation through creation, and healthy leadership. Healthy leadership. 2 women who have taught me from the tender age of 12 years old all the way through my 20s, and I hope throughout the rest of my life, how to question, how to think, and how to build a character from the outside in. I'm then in a casting room on Portobello Road in London with the casting director Fiona Weir. I'm feeling encouraged and being made to feel confident to do my best in an audition. Or I'm learning how to read people and find what makes them unique, so that you can make your team as interesting and rich as it can be to tell the story that you want to tell. I'm 14 years old in a car at 5 a.m. on the South Island in New Zealand with Brenna Townsend, playing games to keep me awake and feeling light before the heavy material that I'll engage with that day on The Lovely Bones, that has been written and later will be rewritten and probably will be rewritten again by Fran Walsh and Philippa Boyens on the top of a mountain, while our first AD, Caro Cunningham, commands her set with confidence and determination and keeps things moving forward. I have cried on my lunch break in Morna Ferguson's hair and makeup truck on Brooklyn, convinced with every fibre of my being that I am just not up to the job, and that being given the biggest hug by her and the rest of the girls in that truck gives me enough self-belief, even if it's only pretend, to step out onto set and keep going. Always looking to her, to Morna, in those moments of hopelessness, and always being guided by her calm that you only get when you've been doing something for a very long time. Claire Williams, Charlie Rogers, Naomi Don, Sally James, Mara Comatini, Lorraine Glynn, Sivlian Roddy, and countless other designers, standbys, stand-ins, writers, runners, script supervisors, and I hope one day many more cinematographers, camera ACs, boom ops, gaffers, riggers, drivers, location managers, and I hope to God directors. These are the women that I have grown up around. They have helped shape me into the actor that I am. They have shaped me into the woman that I am today, and I am so proud of who that woman is. A few of you will recognize some of the names that I've mentioned, but most of you won't. And yet without them, we wouldn't be here. And this is not my attempt to appear faux gracious or inclusive. This is just the truth. The world of filmmaking stretches far beyond the boundaries of Hollywood, and these are the women who have built it. So thank you to them.